What's up my friends, welcome back to yet another tutorial Thursday. Today we will be tying this little pink winter edition Matuka, which is actually a flyby request. So if any of you guys out there would like me to tie some sort of fly, then feel free to write me down in the comments or send me a DM over on Instagram, and I will do my best to make a tutorial on the given fly. So without any further ado, let's get tying. Okay, so let's get this one going. Get some thread on here. Sorry. Whoa. So what you want to do is you want to get a base going here and tie it all the way back to the hook point. If you're using a thin thread like mine, you might want to go back and forth a couple of times just to be sure that you have a base layer for your materials to sit on. Now for this particular pattern I will be using Coq de Leon feathers in this very cool salmon pink color. They look like this, just a really cool feather. I have two here because they are so thin. So what I will do is I will place them on top of each other like this. Make sure they have the same length. Kind of like this. And then you want to measure out how long you want this fly. I think I wanted it a bit longer. This is looking good to me. So first off, let's get this off in front of the feather here. This stuff we don't need. Just pluck that off so you are left with something that looks like this. And you can even cut these off. I think I'll do that so they aren't in the way. So now what you have is something that looks a little bit like this. Place it on the hook here. So the last fibers are right at the hook eye. And then kind of have a look. And then you want to strip off the bottom part of the feathers in the same length as the hook shank. So now the feather looks like this. And these feathers I haven't plucked off. I want them just behind or back here where the hook bend starts. So this, I need to pull off a few more. It's always a good idea to take your time with this. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty perfect to me. Place them somewhere safe so they don't fall on the ground. Cut off a piece of rib of some sort. I will be using a silver one for this fly. Tie it on the bottom of the hook here, all the way back to that tying point. And then you want to get your thread up in front here. Get this out of the way a bit. Then take some dubbing In this case I am using a Xenios laser dub. And don't worry guys, some of you have been commenting on the last few vids if I could write down the material lists, which I will do my best to not forget. So I will leave a material list down in the video description. So get a decent amount of dubbing on the hook shank here. And remember to taper it so it gets a bit more fishy look. A bit more should do the trick. Just like that. Remember to leave a little bit of room up in front here for the feathers. And because I lined them up earlier, this shouldn't be too hard to get them on here. So get those under control. You might even want to brush the fly a bit on the top here so it isn't that high. Place your feathers directly on top. Get those under control with a few loose wraps here. Make sure they sit in the middle before you tie that down. There we go. And now it's looking like this. Then you want to grab that rib and kind of measure out where that first turn will be. I think right around there looks good. But first you kind of want to make that wrap a little bit loose before you really pull that down like that. Get another wrap in here. I don't want to worry too much about this dubbing. You can always brush it out afterwards. Right now my main concern is to get this feather to stay on top. So loose turn at first, and when you have it under control, then you can pull down on it. Get one more turn in here. Yes. Get that rib up in front here. Put the stubbing a bit back. Secure that rib. cut that off. Get these two hackle stems off here as well. Pull some of those fibers back here, clean up the head. Just like that. Now give it a whip finish. Just one time should be enough. Then what I want to do is I want to brush this dubbing out a bit more on the sides. And a little bit on the bottom. Kind of pull this backwards a bit, so it, I guess it kind of flows into the feathers in the back here. Just like that. Then I want to grab some UV resin. Just to get the eye to stick. Cure that with your lamp. Get the other side. Just one final check before I place a drop between the eyes here. And this is just to ensure that these eyes aren't coming off anytime soon. So cover up the eyes a bit. Work your way around. And then just harden that. And my lamp is kind of freaking out, thinking this is some kind of a disco. Stop it. And that there is one pretty easy to tie, deadly looking Matuka. So that was it for today, guys. A cool little fly that that has proven its worth. worth over the years, not only for me but thousands of other fishermen. This was kind of an upgrade with the UV head and some ice, but it will definitely do some damage without any of the bells and whistles. So make sure you tie a few up and fill a row in your box, and let me know how it worked out for you. Another thing before I send you guys off, this weekend, the 2nd and 3rd of March, there will be a fly fair, the Danish Fly Festival, and I will be tying flies 2 days there in the Eric's booth. So if you live in the area, make sure you drop by and say hello, and I guess I will see you guys there.